right?
Correct.
But you said, no, I was wrong. I take full accountability and I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it. And that wasn't enough for them. So my question is, what do they want from you? What was the purpose of it?
What was
And
the end game?
yeah, what was the end game? What did they want? And that's where I was confused.
Right.
Did they want, to me, I'm just assuming it felt like they wanted to destroy your platform. That's the vibe that I got. They wanted to destroy your credibility. They wanted to bring you down several notches and embarrass you. I can't think of any other reason why they would do that, because the whole reason would be to point out, hey, All For One, you did this wrong. You need to take accountability. You did that, and they continued to harp on you. Yeah. So what was the point?
Right. And the thing is that to drag it out for as long as I've heard that it went on for, like another hour or so, I'm like, why? I mean, yeah, and look, there were creators in those boxes that listen, I'm not a 5-year-old, okay? I'm an adult. We can talk about it. I understand people get upset and get mad and angry, but and I'm just going to straight out say it. I was scared to go on my main page to ask the questions that needed to be asked. And the reason that being is because as soon as I would have been targeted, I would have been sequestered, 100%. I would have been strung out.
Yep.
And I mean,
Jeff, just please keep doing what you've been doing, because I don't know if you realize how much support you have. And
everyone flood the hearts for All For One. Everyone flood
yes,
the
please.
chat.
And I appreciate the support. Trust me, I really do. It makes me feel good about what we all have worked hard for.
Guys.
Yes. You've done so much for this community. And I'm sorry, what they were trying to show is nothing. That can't take away from the good that you've done. And I just pray, Jeff, that you continue to do this and don't take a break, because people will show up. People will support you. There is a small percentage of people who are coming for you. And those people, I'm sorry, this is no disrespect, but they don't matter.
You're right. They don't matter because of the fact of how they handled their platform or what they do. Look, and I'm just going to be honest with a lot of individuals. I have blocked quite a few creators, but that was by choice, because I don't want to be around individuals that are going to attack what is important and what means the most to turn around. And that is to bring awareness the best possible way that we can within respects to the other creators that are begging, but at the same time to bring resources to those that need the help the most.
Exactly. Look, and Jeff, I don't know if you're aware of me, but I was the subject of several attacks, right? People trying to bring me down and DMing people videos of me where I had lost my temper, and I owned up to that, right? Yo, let's go. Where I had lost my temper and said some things that I should not have said, right? And I took accountability for it. But there are people who will just never let that go, right? And they will forever hate me, and they will forever post things about me and send it to people to try and get people who do support me to try and not support me, right? So I know what you're going through. And the best thing to do is to say, F them, F that, push through and keep doing you, because the amount of support that you have will surprise you. People are going to come around and they're still going to support you, buddy. They're still going to support you. Well, and that's what I want you to know.
The thing is that they misdirected the whole live, and the purpose of it was to ask questions. Isn't that what we're supposed to do, or at least be able to do? Ask questions. And if people get offended because I asked a question that was specific on a certain particular live, then something to me seems off. Something seems wrong. And if I ask those questions and somebody gets upset, Then we all know what happens. They start attacking. When instead of attacking, what they should do is turn around and say, look, we'll work on getting those receipts. We'll work on getting those, screenshots. We'll work on, instead of specifically focusing on what's not important. And they could have done that all on the sideline. And that's, I'm just being honest. I'll be honest with you all too. Was I nervous as shit to get up into a box in that live? Absolutely. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell the truth of how I felt. I felt that 6-on-1 wasn't the correct way to handle it. I felt that the chat could have been respectfully turned off. Did they, and that's the other thing. Let's make mention to individuals that were in that live that were actually scammers and beggars that came into the live, and yet they didn't seem too concerned about that. That's the thing that pisses me off.
Correct.
You're going to allow scammers and beggars to come into your live. You're going to allow 3 beggars on social media keep continuing begging, but let's hold a live about a content creator asking the questions we don't want to be asked.
Exactly. They totally threw you under the bus because their feelings were hurt. It was personal. And I'm sorry, nobody can convince me otherwise. What they did to you was personal. It was 100% personal. Their feelings were hurt, and they decided, I'm going to get him. He hurt my feelings. I'm going to do this to him. It was giving mean girl energy. I'm sorry for anybody who's friends with those people, but it gave mean girl energy, 100%. And it wasn't okay. It was completely mishandled. And like you said, Jeff, to have other beggars and scammers come in and them allowing them to troll you and say horrible things and not mute them and not turn the chat off was incredibly disrespectful and went against what they claim they're for, right?
Right. And then they sit there and say about their integrity, okay, but yet you're going to still let your chat run and then don't show that kind of respect for my integrity. Yes. Okay, so I get it. I see it.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
but look, Jeff, we all have your back. That's all. That's the biggest takeaway I want you to take from this is that you have so much more support than you could ever imagine. Ever.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And look, I'm not here to bash on those creators. I am here to at least explain my side, how I felt at the moment, how I turned around and took it into account, what I saw, and the end result. And to be honest with you, this whole week has been nice. It is. Yes, I've scrolled through. I've checked my DMs, but that's about as far as I've gone. I have answered a few individuals that have showed support and appreciate them DMing me. But other than that, I really have not been on TikTok that much at all.
That's, you know what? That's probably the best thing to do for like a week or two, right? Is to just kind of unplug, right? Take a break from it and from the toxicity. But please, please, please just, come back. We need you, man. We need you.
Well, I appreciate that.
I'm new to the situation. I did catch a little bit of the live, and I did see them all like ganging up on you. Can you just give a recap of what you done, all for one, or?
So what was done is that there's an account or a creator on here that goes by the name of Casting Shade. This account seems to be particularly picking out individuals in the awareness community to, according to them, show other creators what they're doing wrong and how they're handling a situation. Then on top of that, this same account is picking individuals apart, both socially, psychologically, and mentally. And I have screenshots. One of the videos was attacking another creator in reference, look, we all have addictions. We all have issues. And I'm not going to sit here and point out who it is, but some of the scenes were in a bar. I'm sorry, but last time I checked, That's a form of bullying and harassing. So you're going to sit there and turn around and dictate what other people do, but then make a video of a character in a bar about another content creator and then sit there and say that that's not considered bullying and harassing. I'm sorry. Am I missing something? Am I not looking at the picture? Let's talk about the one character that's sitting in a room with a straitjacket on. Is that me, or is that not showing forms of harassing and bullying themselves?
That, but who is this person that gets to call everybody else out? You know what I mean? Like, who are you? Like, are you perfect? Like, why do you get to call people out?
So you didn't really do anything that's bad. They're going
No,
on
Yeah.
like you've done something really, really bad
No,
and you need to be exposed. So you just made a
right.
burner account just to call this person out because you didn't like what they saw.
Yes, and ask questions. Now, I'm going to put it out there. There was one video that I didn't care for because it was specific on certain things, and I went in and I went in under my main account, and mysteriously, according to Casting Shade, the comments were filtered. I call bullshit. I call them out on a lie, and I will stand 10 toes deep. There was nothing derogatory about the questions that were asked in the comment, and for them to sit there and say that they were filtered, that's a bold-faced lie. And I call them out to grab a box and explain to me how they feel that it was filtered because of inappropriateness. There was nothing, and I wish I would have taken a screenshot of it.
Oh, leave the man alone, guys. He ain't done anything wrong. Jesus Christ, you're going on like he's done some horrendous thing and he needs to be exposed and he's a bad man. Piss off. Leave the man alone.
Yeah, none of us are perfect. We've all made mistakes, right?
He didn't do anything wrong.
No, I know he didn't.
He didn't do anything wrong.
But what I'm saying is that even the people calling other people out have made mistakes and they have skeletons, right? It's just, we don't know what they are, but they come on here, post stuff and act like they're holier than thou. And that's the thing. Nobody is perfect. So should we dig into everybody else's past and bring out their skeletons? What's the point in that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's where I'm at, because I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Because I'm a better person than them. That's what makes us who we are in being human and making mistakes. I lived up to my mistakes. There is plenty of other mistakes that I know that other individuals have done, and I'm not here to dig them up. I'm here to stay focused on what's important, and that is awareness to the beggars and scammers that are on this app. I mean, isn't that what it's supposed to be about?
Yes, and I wish that people would just support each other. That's what it should be, right? But lately, it seems like it's been, let's tear each other down. And I don't like that. Like, why can't we all support each other? I understand we're not all going to agree with the things that everybody does, right? And you can communicate that in a respectful way. But why are we trying to tear each other down? It just makes this community look sloppy and messy, and it plays right into the hands of people like Jordan and Glory, right? They love it. They love to see it.
Let's not forget Not Easily Broken, who came into the live, and they didn't bother blocking her.
Right. Maggie's mod, right?
Yeah. And
Exactly.
I'm sitting here thinking to myself, why wasn't she blocked? Why would you allow her in there? Why would you let her keep running? And then you know where she went? She went right over to Maggie's live, who was begging at the time, and literally spilled it out for everybody else to know. That was not a good move, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying about that.
Thank you, guys. There's people in the boxes. I don't know if you want. I won't let them up. I don't know these people. If you want them in here or not.
Well, who is it?
We have Karma Just Stop already?
Those two are okay.
Yeah, those are good people.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll let you in. Sorry, guys. And then we have...
Karma's good. You could do a round table where you could turn around and set up your boxes so that they're around.
How do I do that? All for one. You got to teach me, darling. I'm new to this.
Oh, God. You sound exactly like how you were talking to Chef Carl.
Chef Carl.
Can I just make two stupid points, please?
Hey, ma'am.
And then, but before, I just want to make two quick points. The first thing is that I'm sure everybody's going to agree here that everybody going at each other's throat is deflecting off the root cause of why we're all here.
Right.
Us going at each other's throat is only making the beggars sit back and laugh at us that we can't keep our shit together.
Yep.
And I can guarantee you that there's people like Tim and Angela and whoever else that are sitting back and laughing like, yeah, look at this one, look at this one, look at this
guys.
one.
Exactly.
And it's become a joke. And I will tell you that I know she's in here because I've seen her, that Awareness T and I, there was a point in time where we did not get along. We literally went for each other's jugulars, and it was not pleasant. It was not nice. I actually, when Casting Shade came out, I actually called Awareness T out in a box, and I was not nice to her. And you know, I've apologized since then. We have talked, and she said, and she will tell you, she'll box up and tell you that I was one of the biggest mistakes she's ever made, because after she got to know me, I am the furthest thing from a bully. So people can take that as there's people that might not get along, but we did what we did and we settled our differences privately. We could have boxed up and aired out our BS for hours in a yelling, screaming match. And literally what we did is went for each other's throats. But we did it privately behind the scenes. We had an intelligent conversation, and it can work. People just want attention, and it's sad, but that's what it is. It's for attention. We did, and she'll tell you in the chat, we did it behind the scenes.
Thanks,
and
everyone.
we talked, and we aired out our grievances. We agree on some things, and I'm sure to this day, there's things we don't agree on. Yeah. But listen, I don't agree because of this, or I agree with you. And we're adult enough to where we can have an adult conversation when we're not going at each other's throat. Because there was a time where it was very, very bad. And I mean, she's come to me and said, I'm so sorry that I did that to you. You were my biggest mistake. Had I known you, I would have never done this to you. And hey, I'm not saying I was completely innocent, but instead of blowing somebody up in a box, in a gang type situation, why not take it privately into the DM or a chat? Why? I'm just curious. Mm-hmm. Is it for attention?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what it is. I mean, I don't care whether your gift's on or off. Is it for the views that you're pulling in? Air all this crap out for what? For views? Mm-hmm. I mean, are you making money off of you? I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I just wanted to tell you, I messaged you today and we talked, but I just want to tell you, I know how you're feeling right now because they bashed me because all I did was offer an addict resources and I got accused of all kinds of shit and my private messages were blasted. And I was just wanting to tell you to hang in there and I support you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you know where I stand. I don't even have to say it.
Yeah. Right.
And I have a quick question.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So correct me if I'm wrong. The whole issue that was had and the whole reason for that live is because you made a fake account to secretly ask questions about receipts, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'm guessing the reason why you did that is for fear of backlash?
On my main account, correct.
Uh-huh. So isn't it kind of proven that you did what you needed to do? Because you got the backlash as soon as I found out it was you.
Yeah.
So, and you can't tell me that these people, I'm not going to name names, don't also have backup accounts.
No, they don't, according to them.
Lies.
Oh, they
Yes, they do.
absolutely
Oh,
do.
they have them, all right.
Carrie and
don't-
I caught
I can give you a perfect here, and this is my own personal thing. I'm not sure if everybody knows about this, the Tampa homeless people. Well, at that time, I didn't know. There is somebody with my same screen name, but the heart colors are different. Mine
Yes.
are red, as you can see. The other person's are white, but it's the same name. As soon as I went into Tampa Homeless's live, because of my screen name, I was instantly blocked, right? Because that time I did not know there was someone else with the same account name, but just their hearts are white where mine are red. I went in on my alternate account and I asked the questions about the animals and everything else. Does that make me wrong too? Because they blocked my main account.
Well, depending on who you ask, yeah, because that shows enabling.
Now, I did not at the time. No, I didn't know there was more than one karma. But her, and I have nothing against her. Her hearts are white, mine are red, and it's spelled the same way. There's no little emojis afterwards except the hearts. So I figured, okay, and now I figured it out. There is another one. So I went in on my backup and I said, well, tell the people what you did to these animals. You know, talk about what you did with the cat in the bag. You know, I asked the questions, put me on the block because I did it. Because my main account was blocked because my name was the same as somebody else's.
Yeah. I mean, Carrie and I caught today. We went through, Carrie, what was it? 3 different people's lives. And we were chased around by what we know are other awareness people and bullied by other awareness people. But here's what I have to say. One, Jeff, you know, I love you and support you. You take the time off that you need, but you are always, and I will speak for Carrie, you are always welcome in with us.
Yep.
But here's the thing I have to say about that casting shade account. If you're going to call out people, don't be a chicken shit and hide behind a filter. If you're going to call out people, you do it with your face shown. Every single one of us here, I will turn on my camera in one hot second.
Mine's on.
If you want, I'm laying in bed, so I'm not
turn mine on too. Hold on.
But if you're, there you go. Sorry, I don't look good. But if you're going to call out people, don't hide behind a excuse my language, a fucking mouse filter. Do it with your face, right?
Right.
You know, I scrolled through some of the
Thank you, guys.
videos that they did, and they were disgusting. They were disgusting. I mean, one, they called Carrie out because she was in the hospital this weekend and called them out. I saw they called another creator and said that they were a rug addict. I mean, it's if you're gonna say that and throw those accusations,
Thank you, guys.
don't hide behind a filter.
I even showed proof I had a heart attack, but it still wasn't good enough for that mouse.
Yeah, but see, there lies the problem. And I've told people time and time again, you don't put your personal information out there at all.
Right.
Like
Right.
me personally, there's a select few of people. I mean, there's a few people. I mean, I could tell you who I look like, but I will not put my picture up because I've had multiple surgeries on my chest, and God forbid if I were
That
to
was
go on
my
camera and
receipt.
someone were to make a comment about the scar that I have on my chest, I would be mortified. So I will not do that.
I know, but that's that's my point. If you're gonna,
I've had open heart surgery multiple times, and that's if someone were to make a AI picture or something to knock that fact, that would devastate me, and I will not do that.
And can I say, all for one, can I see you again, please? Just 1 minute. Put your camera on.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
1 minute.
no.
God. Oh my God! In here, Silver Fox. Hello, all for one. Hello, darling. Hello.
We got all that your
You're a
accent.
taken woman. We know
Oh my
that your
God.
man is Chef Carl.
Hello, oh, Silver Fox.
Thank you, Trisha.
Thank you for the gifts, you guys. I'm going to drop down. I just wanted to address that one question that I had, because to me, what you did that was so horrible to warrant this big call out live was something that everybody does. And you were just trying to protect yourself from the backlash that you got anyways.
Right. And to the fact that I got caught, so I got caught. What
Mm-hmm.
to drag out to the fact that I got caught. What does it make a difference for?
And you
Because you
apologize for it.
because they don't like that they got checked. They got questioned.
Right,
Thank you. That's the problem. And
right.
God, they're the first people that are going to call you out for something, but God forbid anybody check them on something.
I mean, is there an awareness guide that I seem to have missed on how
You
to
know,
do and how
you
not to
know,
do?
Exactly.
I was talking to my mod exactly about that.
That's my other issue.
Oh, thank
And
you,
I'm sitting there
everybody.
thinking, is there
And people
rules and
know I really
regulations?
don't do boxes, but this was just something, there's
Is
there is no guidebook, there is no
yeah.
rules and regulations.
You know what?
But see, Awareness T just hit the nail on the head. That was the live that I was talking about, the PI and the Gov.
And that's what I wanted to come up and say. It was the PI and the Gov Live, and they spun the narrative that it was about the original live, which
Correct.
you didn't have. And I've been in just position of being called out by this same group. And as you can see in the comments, they're still coming after me. I don't care. It's been a year and a half. Keep on
It's
coming after me.
ridiculous.
I'm not going anywhere. And if you don't like it,
Thank
you
you,
can get
Lexi.
over it. But Jeff, you
I have
and
also been the target, and I'm not even awareness. But I've been reprimanded for my bad behavior.
Yeah.
But
Who
I
have you
want
been reprimanded? Sorry, sorry, guys. Who have you been reprimanded by on here? Sorry.
who me?
I mean, hell, I've been labeled a bully. I mean, and this is not with AT, but her and I squashed our thing. That was a misunderstanding. But I've been labeled a thug and a bully. Do I have a mouth when you put me into a corner? No doubt. When I went toe to toe with Jerry, that proved a point. Like, I will not back down. That's just me. And I will defend people that I'm in their corner with to whatever. That's what it is. That's just the way I am. You're not going to shut me up.
Right, and I'll say it because they always say names. It was Checkmate. It was Checkmate, Fallon, Amber. It was that whole group. That whole group. And then they followed me into whatever live I went in.
They
Amen.
did that today to me.
Yep. But I want to know when they're going to hold their own accountable for the things that
Oh
they've
my
done
God,
that
thank you,
I
guys.
put up. I would love to know that because let's hold a live on me and on All for One. I almost used your first name. Let's hold a live. But what about the shit that you guys have done? And yeah, I've been talking about it. Yeah, Fallon called the mayor of Dyersburg on Tim and Angela, but she also gave out information on another creator, just like I did.
You guys remember Kim Peters, right?
Mm-hmm.
There
Oh,
was
hell, I can go a step further from last night and the night before. You have Maggie's mods threatening, and I have the screenshot, threatening to dox people in Dr. Dre's live. Right in the chat, they put, I'm not afraid to dox people. I don't give a F.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they wrote. And then they go back over to Maggie's and they're throwing out people's information. Not mine, because I'm locked down, but there's other people.
Here's the thing that I've noticed is, like Sugar turned around and said, the level of awareness between awareness and the scammers and beggars has elevated. It's gotten to a point now where, the beggars and scammers, it's okay for them to do what they're doing and say what they're saying and doxing people and putting information out and things. But the other thing is, too, is that at a level with where we're at, we need to stay firm with what we do. We don't do what they do. Because if we do, we stoop to their level.
So, but given what you just said, now, if I'm blocked on, well, I know Tim has blocked me on my main account. So if I go in there on my backup to ask legit questions or to offer resources, I'm the asshole.
Yeah.
Yep. Do the
That's
same
what
thing
it
as
sounds
Jeff did.
like.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
And I want to make everybody well aware that I've been doxxed 4 times. My house has been shown in a live. My phone number has been put out there. And yet,
No, I'm sorry that happened to you, and that's why I try to warn people about certain things.
but here's the thing. What's that infamous song from Elton John? I'm still standing, and I am, because I've
Come and
moved
sing that
forward.
again, all for one. Sorry, you silver fox. Come and sing that again.
No,
Yeah, come on, darling. Give
I'm
us a
not
little
pulling a
sing
Chef
song.
Carl.
Yeah, put that on loop.
But that's where I'm at. I did, that's what happened to us. The wifey to wifey's job was doxxed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And yet we're still standing here.
Yep.
And that's why I've told you, and you've heard it from my own mouth. You don't show certain things. Be careful of your showing people your car. People can run your license plate. I mean, there's stupid little things that people don't think of. Even if you show your animal and the little name tag is on there, you don't think people are looking for your phone number and stuff, and they can just reverse look it up.
Right.
I've tried to warn people so many times. That's why I am
Thank you, guys.
buttoned down.
Right.
Because you don't trust anybody. People who you think are your friends here are the snakes in the grass that when you're walking are the first ones that are going to bite you.
Exactly, Karma. You hit the nail on the head.
I've
My
been full on
mod,
doxed by a friend. So yeah.
right? My mod, who has been with me from the shit of the shit and been through all the shit with me, has said the same thing. And I'm going to say it. Maybe some people won't like it, but you have no friends on this app. It sucks. You can sit and say, oh, well, this person's my greatest friend of them all. That is until they turn around and sink
Until
it
the
right
shit
in your
hits the
back.
fan and you find out who your friends are,
I learned that
who
the
your
hard
friends truly
way.
are.
It's sad. It truly is sad. But you have to look at it that way. I'm sorry.
Until the shit hits the fan, and when shit goes down, and you see who stays by you and who's the first ones to leave, those are the ones who are your friends.
Right.
Those are the
Ashley,
ones
you
that
still in here?
Those are the
Ashley.
ones. Ashley.
Yeah, she's still in here. Ashley, are these the ones that the girl shouted at me in the live? Ashley will know.
All right, I'm gonna drop. I just had that question for all
Like
for
you
one.
can make, friends and then think
Oh,
about
thanks
it.
for coming up,
People
Thank
sweetheart.
you.
who do go live,
You're
I'm not
welcome,
one of those
darling.
people. Eventually
Thanks,
maybe
darling.
I will. But the people who do go live and you choose to pick a mod, you need to know that person well, because if they go rogue on you and you start telling them all your personal information, guess what? So,
Is it that bunch,
if you're
Ashley?
somebody's mod, you need to take it seriously because you're there to protect that host too.
I want to make another point too, real quick, fast, in a hurry.
Thank you, darling.
They stated in their live, in fact, about how I supposedly have personal information. I have nobody's personal information.
They did the same. They did the same to me. They said I have files on everybody, and I don't.
I have no files. I have no I have no need to run my storage the hell out of my phone.
You mean you don't have folders of screenshots?
Not well for receipts on beggars and scammers. Yes.
No, I do too. I'm going to throw her out there. Rose Ross. I have a whole.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you want to call it a file. Call it a file. I have pictures of the enablers, screenshots of the chat. I have screenshots of her mod. So if you want to call it that, it's nobody's personal information. But yeah, it's people's,
but that's
mods,
what we
people's
call-
enablers.
But that's what we call, in awareness, receipts.
Exactly. And so having people's personal info, I could give two shits about what people do in their personal life. That's just me. I don't care.
And that's why the resource link tree, I don't know who in the fuck it goes in there. I know nothing. The most that I know is state. And that's it. Because I asked them what state they're in just to get them the resources to them. I don't know what city. I don't know. So when it comes to somebody sitting there saying that I know a lot, I have no personal information. I have no need for personal information.
Hey, can you please block that all for none account? I don't know who your mods are.
Well, in fact, on my backup account, because like I said, I
Who
was
is it,
blocked.
darling? Who is it?
And
All for
that's what
none.
that's
Yeah.
what they're gonna do. They're gonna make accounts about All for One. They made
Moderators
Well,
accounts
get
because
about
that
it's
me
done.
deflecting,
with
and I
my
have said this to a couple people that, with lives and whatever, that when people make comments in the chat, people get so wrapped up in reading the comments and going back and forth with the comments, in the chat, that it's taking away from the host doing their job.
Hey, all for none. Just to let you know, I just reported your comments. So good luck
What
on
did they
trying to get.
say?
They're in the chat. You got to keep storage for Tinder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unfortunate that people's lives, people's personal business, if that's the lowest that they can go, that kind of tells you where they're at.
Yep.
Just like if someone calls me the B word, and I got to use TikTok language because I don't want to get the host in trouble. If someone calls me the B word, like out of all the words in the English language, that's the only one you can think of.
Yep.
Really, that's sad.
Or they'll make an account. Like I had a green screen slip one night and I was laying down and I had a green screen slip and I just got attacked in the comments. Tell JSA to turn her camera on. I said, oh, you're cute. I don't have to. Oh, that's because you're homely. You don't know what I look like, number one. And that's your opinion. I don't give a crap what you think I look like. Just stop.
I know what you look like.
Uh-huh.
And that's the thing. If that's the first thing that you resort to in an argument is the way someone looks,
then they truly have no argument to begin with.
Or something that you cannot control, then you've lost.
That means they just truly don't have an argument.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. They lost their footing.
Yep. And
Who said, hang on a minute, who said about your looks? Who?
I mean, I really don't think there might not be anybody that knows what I look like. All I can tell you is I've had people, I look like a 1990s Victoria Gotti / Anna Nicole Smith with the hair and whatever. But no one knows what I truly look like.
I mean,
that's what I look like, but no one knows what I physically look like.
Who's calling you out for your looks? Them people in that live that day. Is that right?
It was a Pappy Van Winkle, whatever I don't even know. I don't know. And I don't care what anybody, I don't, they're
using somebody's looks and calling them out. Everybody's perception of beauty is different. Okay. Yeah. To some people, I mean, what I look like, some people might like, some people don't. Everybody's different. But to resort to using someone's looks as a means of an argument just shows their lack of intelligence and their lack of an argument.
Yeah. Or you could be like Fallon and post it on her page. She posted that green screen slip and then all the comments underneath. Oh, that's what she looks like. Oh, she's homely. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. Really, really. That's not what I look like. But, just the low, they're...
Well, and also
it's
for
the
these people,
it's the hypocrisy.
These people that are in quote awareness, they'll post something about someone else in awareness, and then they allow the bullying comments to stay under that post is disgusting.
Yeah. Yep.
But see, my issue again is everybody that should be, our job should be to be calling out the scams, like Josh and Ada and Tim and Angela and Chef Carl. What if everybody got together and said, you know what, let's do this as a team effort? We could get them taken down so much faster. But no, everybody wants to be the one to do it. So it's like ego. They have to be the one.
Yep. They want to have that moment of shine. When I sit here and think about that, it makes me sick to my stomach because collectively we're here to turn around and offer the best of help that we can to them, best of resources, and to get them to get off of the app. Not force them to get off, but to gradually, get them off the app. Isn't that what awareness is supposed to be about?
Yeah. You may not agree how it went down and what happened, but Jordan has not been on here since that court date.
Right. Yeah, and look, everybody has their opinions about shit show and his page and everything, but you know what? I'm not going to sit here and bash him for something I don't know all about him or anything of him, but I'm going to applaud him for the fact that he stood up in court and literally put out what needed to be put out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. And I'll drop after this so other people can talk. But after your live, we went into another live and we spoke about it. And whether or not you get along with Jeff, if you and I have a difference or whatnot, we should be able to sit on the same panel, talk about the
Animal House.
beggar and scammer. Like it doesn't, as if you don't get along for a personal reason, that's fine. You and I can talk on the back end, but we're not going to bring it to the platform. And I'd be like, Jeff, blah, 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 like we could all sit together and work together and figure out how to cover these people together. Like
You mean like adults? Wait.
Yes.
But
You
no,
mean like adults?
she's
Right.
on to something, to the fact that, and that's the other thing too. You're going to get a lot of critiquing. You're going to get a lot of, not in full agreement to way things are handled, but you take it and send it in a DM and you be respectful about it.
Right.
That's what adults
you
are
for the
supposed
gifts.
to do. That's what people are supposed to do, and say it in kind. Don't bash them. Don't disagree wholeheartedly, with your full chest. Just say, hey, look, maybe you could have turned around and handled this a different way. Maybe you could have turned around and suggest another way to handle it. That's all I'm saying. But that's what adults are supposed to do.
Well,
Amen.
and also don't take things secondhand. If you
Right.
have a question on, like, for example, with Carrie and I and how that was all handled with Christina, if you have a question on how that was handled and you were not there to witness what happened firsthand, come to one of us and ask us. Don't take other people's word as fact.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Well,
Right.
that's what
If you
happened with Awareness Tea, and I wish she would get up in a box and she'll tell you the
Yep.
same thing. When I
I
saw
try
the
to
very
get
first
people in the
post she
box
made about
that
me, I went
way.
directly to her. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have made comments, and that was my fault. But I went directly to her, and like I said, we went at it, and it was worse than a cat fight. And finally, we said, you know what, we got to settle this, squash this like adults.
Mhm.
And we did. We sat down, we had a long conversation for hours.
Yeah.
And you know what? I said, we can agree to disagree on some things. I said, we do agree on some. I said, but we got to fix this somehow, because this is not the way we're adults. I feel like we're in elementary school,
Yeah.
and we're in a decent place now that, when I was sick and in the hospital, she would message me, how you feeling today? I mean, we're not the best of friends, but we've come a long way,
And that's
and
wonderful.
it is possible.
Yeah.
But see, that shows respect.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it is respect, and
Yeah.
you were in the box when her and I went at it. So,
Oh.
I mean, it was not a pleasant thing, and yeah, I did call her out. I thought she was the mouse. I did. And I said, but listen, I'm also woman enough to say, you know what, if I'm wrong, then you have my apology too. Because see, that's what being an adult is.
Yep. And I can tell you, Awareness T and I, when I came back in January after my break, after I had personal issues going on,
Right? Awareness, see, we were at each other's throat. It was
Yep.
bad.
her and I talked, and she was a big supporter of mine for telling my side of what happened and my side of the story. And I can tell you that Awareness T, that I'm 95% sure is not the mouse. It is not the mouse. And she's very fair. She listens to both sides. And like we've had, might have had our differences and whatnot, but she's a very fair person, and she's not afraid to call out the BS. And
But
that's
see, but that's the thing. Instead of airing it out, like she'll come to you in the DM, or I think at that time I might have went to her. I might have it wrong, but I'm like, listen, if you have an issue with what I said, I came right to your DMs. Let's talk about it. Why do you got to air it out? Why can't you do it privately?
right.
And that's what we did.
My thing is, I just wish the call outs would stop. I mean, of course, everybody can run their platform the way they want to. Whatever they want to do, they're going to do.
Thank you,
Whatever
Lily.
I want to do, I'm going to do. Whatever offer one more. It's like it is what it is. And if you don't like it, then don't watch me. Don't because you have a personal issue with me, or you have a personal issue with somebody else. That's what it is, because there's so much hypocrisy that is going on with that group that does the call outs and what they're calling out for. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, but you know what? I can make it even simpler for you. If you and I have the same color, if we have the same car, okay, identical car, just different colors, We could be doing the same thing as we have the same car, but why did you pick that color and why did I pick this color?
Right.
We're still doing the same thing. We have the same object. We just chose two different colors.
It's because my color's better than your color.
Well, I don't know.
Exactly.
I kind of like my satin silver and I
But
like my
here's the
Portofino
thing.
blue, but we'll leave that there. But I mean, like we could have the same identical car. Yeah, we picked the same car. Like we're picking awareness, but people choose to have their gifts on. That might be one color car. Some people may choose to have their gifts off or on or whatever it was. And so everybody's going to run their platform differently. And who is anybody to dictate how someone else runs their platform? It's like me coming into your house and saying, no, you clean that wrong. You need to do it like this. Bitch, this is my house. I do the shit the way I want to do it.
This is the
But
way I
here's the
sold my
other thing,
house.
too.
Exactly.
That's my opinion. I
Have
mean,
you guys noticed some of the recent comments on Casting Shade's page?
I honestly really haven't looked.
I sure have.
I got sent a screenshot and it shows that this individual was a part of awareness and got out back in 2022. Now, you would think that somebody that was a part of awareness back in that time frame would sit there and actually think, why am I targeting all these other awareness pages unless to the fact that my awareness page wasn't as successful as I'd liked it to be? Or didn't get enough traction, or got hurt themselves doing what they were doing, is the question to ask.
Yeah.
I mean, who was the biggest scammer around back then? I think it has somebody that had something to do with Lisa. Whether it was awareness on Lisa or a supporter of Lisa.
Yep.
That's just my personal opinion.
Or somebody that had to do something with Kim Peters.
Kim.
Yeah.
But you have to look at it. Who are they calling out and for what reasons, and who are they staying away from?
You have to look at everything.
Right. And the
who
thing
they
is,
seem to be doing more videos on because that's who the target is.
well, and we're all going to be left to our own opinions. We're all going to think who it may be. But the thing is in the long run, they're picking and choosing who they decide to do, and let them.
Well,
As
the
long
thing
as-
is at the end of the day, I mean, I really don't care who it is.
Right.
But if your purpose here is to call out, people that are doing the wrong things, body shame or whatever, that's great. But don't go over and go sit in Tim and Angela's live and engage with them knowing what they do. Because by
Or
doing that, you're
Jordan
just
Paul.
encouraging them even more.
Or
Jordan Paul.
they were liking the live during the battle too. And it wasn't just an accident because I watched the video. They liked it at least twice. So I saw their comment on their video about, oh, well, we might have liked it on accident. Nah, you liked it on accident twice, but you're going to chat it up with them.
But here's the other thing, too. I am not friends or follow Casting Shade. But I can tell you this right now. In my opinion, I don't think that I'd be following or friends with Casting Shade. Because once Casting Shade does come out, and they will come out as to who they are, it's not going to be a good look. That's all I'm saying.
Nope.
Hey, host, thanks for letting me up. I'm going to drop down, but
No
thank you.
worries, darling. Thank you, sweetheart, for
Yes,
coming
thank
up.
you for letting me
You're
up.
welcome, ma'am. You're welcome.
And I noticed
Thank you.
the more you ignore, and I call it the rat. The more you ignore the rat, the more she calls you out. She, them, whatever it is, want the attention.
Well, my little niece does that. If she does something that I've told her not to do, and if I ignore her, what does the child do? They do it even more because they want attention.
Yep.
Ex-convict, do you want to say... Oh, he's just gone. He didn't say anything, bless him. Oh, no,
I'm
you're all
sorry.
right, darling.
But
Join back in if you want to come back
At the end
in.
of the day, just one more stupid point. Everybody's made mistakes. Hell, I've made my own. Whether it be in this app or in real life, I've made mistakes. So if you want to throw me under the bus for a mistake that I could have made 10 years ago or even on the app, then it is what it is. But unless you unless you're perfect yourself, you have no grounds to sit and throw someone else under a bus.
Yep. And don't threaten to mention my children, because I will burn my platform down over my children. You will hear the
Thank you, Tracy.
spiciest of JSA that you have ever heard
Oh,
in your
hell
life.
yeah, girl. Ex-convict, are you all right, darling?
I'm here.
What do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say what I said
Yeah.
in the chat. If they thought All for One was bad, I just got here and wait to see what I do. So I better unfollow them now if I follow them, because they're not gonna like me.
Susan, thank you for the follow. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Oh, any news on Gemini?
I'm going to drop, but yeah, like Lavender Hayes said, if I have a burner and I want to comment on a burner, I'm going to do that. So sorry, Rat. But I'm going to drop down. Jeff, it was good
You can
to see
stay,
you
darling,
again.
if you want. It's up to
Are you
you.
sure?
Absolutely. No, I just wanted to see if the ex-convict wanted to say something because he was in the box for quite a while and he didn't say anything. No, but you're more than welcome to stay, sweetheart.
Did y'all not hear me? You didn't hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, I was just saying what I said in the chat. If they thought All for One was bad, wait till they see what I'm fixing to do. They're not going to like me.
Well, I just don't like how All for One was treated. I don't think I'm very new here, but I did see some of the live. But to be honest with you, All for One, I don't think you've done anything wrong. To be honest, you made a burner account, called some people out. I don't see what's wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't feel that I did
new
anything
also.
wrong. What's that? Sorry, X.
I felt like I'm new to all this also, but I felt like you were pretty much ganged up on, like they were wanting to set you up. And that's just my opinion. I don't know them, but I felt like you were under attack, bro.
Well, I can understand that if it was checkmate and Fallon in a box, but when you have what 6, 7 people against one other people,
It was 7.
It's kind of hard to get into that situation and then
my thing
get put on the grill.
You know, they all called themselves friends of yours, and if they were friends, why didn't they come to you in a PM or something? That was my whole thing.
Well, it's because I didn't come to them in a DM and ask them.
But isn't that a two-way street?
And they're look. This is why they do it.
Thank you, guys. Get me your heart meeting, guys, if you can, and tap the screen.
My live and Jeff's live. They want to help protect the community against people like, and I'm going to say us, even though it wasn't the same situation, but they wanted they do call out lives to protect the community against people like whoever they're covering that day. Yeah. That comes from their own mouth.
I got shouted at in that live, actually. I think so. I said, it's not that deep. It's only TikTok. And they were like, oh, yes, it is that deep. And someone had a go at me.
Well, see, that's the other thing, too. That's a good point. They said that we were all friends. Well, friends wouldn't have done that and dragged somebody in a live to get clicks, to get views. I would have never have done that. If it would have been a beggar, maybe, if they had done wrong. You know, the beggar speaking and a scammer speaking, of course, with receipts. But with somebody that's saying that they're friends, I wouldn't have done that.
Well, and friends don't do that.
Oh,
and that goes to show you who your friends truly are.
I say fuck them. Leave them. Fuck them. That's what I say. I ain't got time for bullshit like that.
I like the potty mouth. It sounds like you were just talking to Chef Carl again.
Well, you silver fox, I can talk to you.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
listen, at the end of the day, there's always going to be people out there. Maybe they're jealous of your platform, All for One. I don't know. I found them to be quite rude, to be honest. And they mean girls kind of mentality that they had. And yeah, fuck them. They need to go and wash their dirty panties. So just, yeah, fuck off. That's what I say.
Well, and the other thing is, too, is they sat there and said, one of them sat there and insinuated that they were going to block me and stuff like. Look, you could block me. I don't care. That's fine. I understand. You're not going to hear me drag you over the coal. Why did you block me? It's because of choices that we make. I made the choice. I went ahead and yes, I blocked quite a few people, and that was my choice. And there are things that I heard after I dropped out of the box that made me further my decisions on who to block as well, too. So let that sink in. And here's the thing, if you get a chance to look to that and watch that whole live over again, make sure you watch it all the way.
But I don't think you need to justify yourself, all for one. You've not done anything wrong, mate. What have you done? You ain't done nothing. You don't need to justify yourself to anyone. You ain't done anything wrong. Nothing.
No, I don't think you did anything wrong either. You just
No, you don't need to do. He doesn't need to justify himself at all.
I know, but the thing is that the fact of what they had said after I dropped out of the box made me realize who to continue to support, who to continue to talk to, because when certain individuals were in the boxes, they didn't say that until after I left the boxes.
Yeah, because that's what cowards do, all for one. But don't apologise. You done fuck all wrong. Tell him to piss off. That's what I would tell him. Fuck off.
to this day, all for one, I think Gov is the PI. I'll say it. Gov was the PI until I see hardcore proof and not bougie saying, "Oh, it's not him." It's the PI.
And yes, JSA, I think Josh and Ada definitely need some light shined on them.
Okay.
Any updates on the kitty cat?
The kitty cat, she's been very elusive lately. I think she's been staying out of the heat.
Oh.
But I'm going to feed her again tonight. She's still active because she keeps tripping off a damn freaking Ring camera. But my Pookie's outside right now. She's going potty down in the play area. Sorry if she's barking in the background.
Yeah, and until I see like some kind of hardcore proof receipt, nope. Gov is the PI.
Now, see, I haven't watched them, and maybe I'll go back because I have a little kind of insight on certain things that I might be able to pick up that others can't.
Oh, fuck them all. Out with the trash. That's what I say. Out with the fucking trash. That's it.
Hey, listen, I was good. I took the recycles out this morning. So
I don't know where Tim is. I know he's mad that I put Reddit on private.
Hey, that's a question I wanted to ask. Did you get receipts or have receipts of Tim sitting there saying about him having benefits from the state?
No, I don't have.
Did you hear about that?
No.
Allegedly, both him and Tim and Angela, allegedly, and this is from somebody else's live, I think it was, stated that they are receiving SSI, both of them, but I thought only one could get it.
Allegedly, I heard. I don't have receipts, but I heard allegedly that they do. Yes.
I can tell you that Lala gets a hotel voucher because she said it in her own video, and I have it.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. She came right from her own mouth.
That's interesting.
Huh.
Because she's about 45 minutes, because I know the area, and there's jobs plenty. It's like,
oh, I know there are jobs down there, and
yeah, because that's not far from me. And she actually wanted me to find her a job, and I am not doing that. And she actually has a video, and I can send it to anybody who wants it. She's in her car, and she said she would just basically not find a job, and she'll get the public assistance. But if she had to work a minimum of so many hours a week, or else they were going to take her hotel voucher.
Okay,
from her own mouth.
That's what I thought. They both can't have it. One of them does, though. I can almost.
Well, both of them can get SSI, but like whoever would make the least, they take like 60% of. Okay. So if she gets like $600 just on her own personal check, she might only get $200, and he'll keep his full check. If it's SSDI, it's different.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He was also cheating on his battles the other night. He bought I can't say he bought bots. somebody bought bots for him to go in and like his live while he was battling, so he would get the win.
Oh, Summer B, I'm sorry. I missed your comment. I apologize. Summer B made a comment. I missed it.
Jen,
About
exactly.
Fallon and them, I had a misunderstanding with Rammer, and I said I wanted to apologize privately. People kept pushing me to do it publicly. I deferred. I said, no, I will do it privately. And they kept pushing me for a while, and then they kind of let it go. Well, I caught him on the live, and I was at work, and I was like, fine, you want your public apology, here we go. So I went ahead, I went on, and I apologized publicly, said I was very sorry for it, that it was a misunderstanding, nothing more, nothing less. And Checkmate told me I refused to take accountability, even though I had. Clearly, I'm apologizing. That means I'm taking accountability for what I did.
Thank you, Kitty Cat. Love you.
This is my feeling, and this is just my opinion. They want people to take accountability the way they want. Like, if you don't do it the way they expect it, then it's not good enough. And that's just my opinion, my feeling.
Well, and I said it earlier. I said it earlier was that if you're able to take accountability and stand on your own 2 feet to do it, to adult up, that's not deflecting. Deflecting is when you don't take accountability. I can bring up the definition of what deflection is. And the thing is that from what you're telling me and what I did, we had no deflection. We straight out turned around and laid it out on the table.
Right. Yep.
So for somebody to say deflecting, you're using that in the wrong term, in the wrong definition.